Okay, so looks like we are live and well. That's right. Look who's back. I'm back live on YouTube, and my camera looks like uh, doom. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can clean it a little bit. Let me see if I can just. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a little stuff. There's stuff there, so that's why. Oh no, I'm making it worse. I made it worse. Oh my god, that looks so terrible. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that is so bad. I need to. Yeah, this is gross. I know. Ew, bro. Hey, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Yeah. There you go. First video back, and I'm like putting. I'm showing. I mean, I'm spitting all over my camera. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah. So Triple H needs to hurry up and give me what I want because I'm already spitting everywhere. So let me go ahead and give me just a sec. We'll get started with the proceedings very, very soon. Let me just share this. Oh, snap. That's not it. My channel. I have to share things with people so that they can see it. We'll just copy the link. Hey, Christina, how are you? Good to see you here. Can you, if you don't mind, well, no, don't worry. I'll do it. It's my channel. I should be doing it. And, oh, wow, I just got rid of my notes, didn't I? That's so terrible. But Christina, I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Haven't been on YouTube. Been a little, not been active for a little bit. But I'm back. As I mentioned on my life update video, the reasons why I have been not been posting frequently. So I hope you understand why I haven't been posting so frequently. Because job does come first, and I want to make sure that I'm doing well there, at least for the next couple of few weeks, at least for the until the end of I want to say the end of next month. It's gonna be a little bit like this, where I where I may not be as consistent with my uploads, but I hope you guys can understand where I come from, because I know, Christina, I know you work, and I know a lot of people, I know a lot of people, have full-time jobs here, and job is right now the priority, and I have to take care of it. So, but I think I said enough in my little life update. So yeah, I don't want to get into that too much, but well, Christina, since you're here, I think we'll go ahead and get started. But yeah, so I did finally get to watch NXT and 205 Live this week, and both shows were absolutely solid. But then again, what do you again? I'm gonna keep saying it. What do you expect from Triple H? Yeah, we gotta get food on. Yeah, we gotta put food on the table. Bring home the bacon, as they say. At least for me, I gotta pay for my car. At least, pay for the car, pay for gas in the car, all that fun stuff, right? Oh yeah, I think I should mention I am going on vacation. NXT was great. So as usual, as usual. Yeah, sorry, I can't read today. But I am actually going on vacation tomorrow. Um, I'm going down to the East Coast with my family, with mom, dad, sister, and grandma. We're coming down there. I'm gonna be vlogging there. So Nerdy Mark Chronicles. Be on the lookout for those. I'll be vlogging quite a bit while I'm on vacation. So you will still get some content from yours truly. So don't worry about that. NXT 205 Live next week may or may not happen, depending on when I return from vacation and whatnot. We're on the East Coast. I'm going quite a few places. I am going to. We're going to be in Philly for a little bit. We might swing by Pittsburgh, where my boys Armbar Audio are at. Definitely, we're trying to see if we can go to New York, Niagara Falls, DC. So just kind of a little bit all over the East Coast, just trying to go there. I think this is probably the worst idea, going live and talking about me being out of town for a few days. That's safe. But it's all good. It's all good. I trust. I'm in a good neighborhood, so it's fine. But anyway, but I will be vlogging, so be on the lookout for a lot of content from this channel during that time. Oh, nice, you from DC. Hey, we'll see. Maybe I might see you there. Who knows? Yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, let's. But I wanted to talk about. But that's what I wanted to say. Look out for some vlogs on my channel, and yeah, let's just kind of dive right into this week's NXT and 205 Live. And I'm actually putting my phone on the stand, so that I don't have to like keep looking down at my phone and doing that. I hope you enjoy the little touch of professionalism I'm putting in here now that I'm back. Right? Anyway, so let's fix my hair. This is not going to change me fixing my hair. But anyway, I need a haircut. So let's kick off how we always kick off these reviews, and that is with NXT. We began with a match. We began with a singles match between Tyler Breeze and Jackson Ryker of the Forgotten Sons. Pretty decent match. Good, pretty short one, but it was a decent match. We had a lot of power moves by Jackson Ryker. Breeze had some speed. Ryker hit a huge-looking pendulum backbreaker onto Tyler Breeze. We had a lot of Rest Hold City going on between the two men. I need to make Rest Hold City a T-shirt, so that's should definitely be in the works. Maybe once I grow a little bit more on the channel. But anyway, Breeze rocks Jackson Ryker with a jumping knee. That looked nice. Ryker scares me. Yeah, Ryker is built like Optimus Prime. So yeah, he does scare me too. He was former military and whatnot, and thank him for his service and everything. But yeah, he scares me a little bit too. You're not alone in that, Christina. But yeah, I still find the Forgotten Sons a little boring. Anyway, but Breeze does finally win with a roll-up to Jackson Ryker, but the Forgotten Sons all enter the ring and beat him up. But guess who comes in for the save? Fandango. That's right, Fandango, however you call him. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. Fandango has returned from injury. I think it's been 13 months since he's been out with injury. That's like a whole year, which is crazy. So, and yeah, Fandango looks amazing, Christina. Yeah, he is looking a lot more lean, a lot more cut. He kind of also looks like he just got out of prison, which he kind of did, I guess. Prison meaning the main roster, and he's back on NXT. Anyway, of course, we had one person break out of prison. That was Jon Moxley, but whatever. Anyway, but that was cool. It was good. So we have Breezango, the fashion. Hopefully we see. I really hope this means the Fashion Files return, because that was some entertaining stuff. I personally really enjoyed the Fashion Files for longest time, even though that was just building up to the Bludgeon Brothers. They kind of used the Fashion Files to build up to Bludgeon Brothers, which is kind of but either way, it was great. It was good stuff. So hopefully we see the Fashion Files return. And I guess with Street Profits going to the main roster pretty soon, at least from what it seems, at least that's what it looks like to me. And they did their whole like street chat or profits chat. I forgot what their little segment's called. This could I would love to see the Fashion Files replace the thing that Street Profits were doing. So that would be pretty cool. Yeah, but I was excited to see Fandango return. It was a very good surprise for me, as I love the Fashion Police / Breezango / whatever. Right. Anyway, so Street Profits are they are going up. Yeah, so I think that's kind of maybe I think they're definitely losing at Takeover to the Era. I'm pretty sure Fish and O'Reilly are taking the titles off of them. And I'll talk about that when we talk about NXT Toronto predictions, which I guess I'll do next week. So there's that. But anyway, let's talk about the next match. And this was the semifinals match in the NXT Tournament Breakout. We had Jordan Miles, aka ACH, already qualify for the finals. So now this is the last semifinals match between Bronson Reed and Cameron Grimes to see who goes off to face off against Jordan Miles for the opportunity to challenge for one of the NXT titles. So this should be really, really, this was good, but I loved this match. I love how both men were so eager to get their hands on each other when they entered the ring. A lot of rest hold city here. The tournament is amazing, Christina. I agree. Lot of rest hold city here, which is fine. Grimes did escape a submission by stomping on Reed's foot, so showing some of that primal, technique. I guess technique or that primal instinct from both men. Cameron does give chase to Reed, only to hit him with a basement drop kick. So that was pretty awesome. And then a huge lariat by Grimes followed. Bronson Reed did that, the power slam that Randy Orton does. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it the Randy Orton power slam because I don't know what it's called. Because he does the little fat speed power slam that Randy Orton does. So that was a great. Grimes is fantastic. I love him. And yes, I have seen some of his stuff as Trevor Lee. So there's that. But then a Samoan drop and senton by Reed followed up. That was great. Grimes then used the ropes to hit Reed on the eye. So that was good. Some good, ring awareness by Cameron Grimes. Grimes does hit a Superman forearm. Just kidding. But leaping double stomp by Grimes finally gives Cameron the victory, and Grimes will face off against Jordan Miles next week, I believe, in the breakout tournament finals. That should be a really good match. I can't wait. But with that, let's move on. Now, Shayna Baszler entered the ring, the NXT Women's Champion. She talks about Mia Yim and how that this is not the streets, this is NXT, and these are the spotlights and whatnot, and calls her a street rat, scoundrel, take that. No, sorry, okay, no. I got a little carried away, sorry. I did not watch the live action Aladdin movie, in case you're wondering. I'm always going to go for the originals. I still haven't seen, I think the only Disney movie, live action movie that I've seen so far was Jungle Book. And really, that one was good. But I don't know how they're going to do all the other ones. I don't know. I didn't watch Lion King, but I don't know if I want to see Lion King. I just don't. I mean, it's cool that James Earl Jones is continuing his role as Mufasa, but I don't really care. Nice in-ring action from those two guys. Shayna was going to say is better than Raw. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of I kind of buy Shayna Baszler as a badass more than I buy Ronda. Frankly. Okay, Aladdin was fine. Okay, I might check it out, but I don't know, man. I'm sure Will Smith did a great job as the genie, but Robin Williams all the way. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. But anyway, I loved how Shayna Baszler was wearing a Slayer T-shirt and Mia Yim was wearing an NWA T-shirt. Interesting they let her get away with that, considering what NWA stands for. Anyway, but yeah, that was cool. I loved how they're both wearing it just really enhances each other's personality a little bit more. She's wearing. I mean, I would not mind seeing. We've seen Shayna Baszler wearing Slayer T-shirts and Tool shirts, all these metal bands, and Mia Yim is wearing all these hip hop or 90s hip hop T-shirts. This is really cool. I love that. I just love how they're both kind of wearing musical bands / music groups who represent their personality. It's just real. I just thought that was a nice little touch. I would love to see. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe next time she's gonna come out wearing a Tupac shirt. And I think she'll probably just wear a Tupac shirt. She probably may not wear a Biggie shirt because she is from California. So there's that. Maybe a Bone Thugs and Harmony shirt. That would be pretty cool. I've been listening to a lot of Bone Thugs lately. I don't know why. I was a huge fan since high school. Anyway, we're getting off topic. But yeah, Mia Yim interrupts. She says that she's gonna, take her out, girlfriend. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I apologize, but it's just fun. But anyway, but that was cool. Mia Yim and Shayna Baszler. Mia Yim should be really fun next week. I think Shayna is getting called up. It's time. Biggie for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like both Tupac and Biggie. For two reasons. I'm not gonna say one is better than the other. Both were really good for what they did. Rest in peace to both of them. But yeah, Shayna. I don't know. I don't know if she gets called up. I would love to see her and Becky Lynch in a match. That would be cool. The Man and the Queen of Spades versus Shayna, because the Queen versus the Queen of Spades, Queen versus Queen. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah. But up next, we finally had our main event, which was really good. Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong. Both these men are going to contest for Velveteen Dream's North American title. This is going to be a crazy match. I don't want to talk about my prediction just yet, but we'll get to it when we talk about Takeover next week. So, but yeah, Roddy is unable to do the Undisputed Era love thing because Pete Dunne broke his fingers last week. Dunne is there's still no love lost between these two men after what happened in New Orleans, Louisiana. And why the angry emojis, Christina? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but this was good stuff. A lot of great catch wrestling here, which was great. Dunne continues to attack the fingers of Strong since they're already weak. Dunne goes for the fingers and gets Strong in an octopus hold and a lot more manipulation, which Strong then hits retorts by hitting a pendulum backbreaker as well. Dunne then kicks Strong on the back of the leg, and Strong retaliated with a drop kick. Oh, okay, you meant the fire emoji. That's cool. I was going to say, I was like, come on, this is a good match, Anyway, but then an X-Plex and penalty kick combo by one bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. That was fantastic. Strong then hits a suplex, but Dunne did land on his feet and kicks Strong in the ear once again. Just keeps kicking the living hell out of that man, seriously. The huge strike fest by both men. Reversal DDT by Dunne, which looked nice. It was it was airborne, and he was already up in the air, and he came down and boom, hit the DDT onto Roderick Strong, which looked freaking awesome. Dunne then tried to go for a top rope move, but Strong meets him there and hits a sunset onto him, but Strong is still hurt, so kind of sacrificing his body, high risk, high reward, all that good stuff. Then Strong, Pete Dunne did try to go for a bitter end, but Strong thwarted it and turned it into a drop kick, and then hit a huge Tiger Driver and converts that into his stronghold submission, which is cool. Then Dunne hit a wishbone on the other hand of Strong, broke his other hand, and submitted Roderick Strong to win the match. And after the match, we had Velveteen Dream enter the ring. He had the title in his hand, ready to go, ready to attack Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne just kind of turned around, like, you what, mate, right? And yeah, very hard hitting, Christina. I love this match a lot. This was absolutely my favorite match of the night for this week in NXT. But Velveteen did try to attack Dream from the back, and but it doesn't work. Then Strong was on the ropes, and he's like, "Hey, this doesn't matter because that title is mine." And he walks towards the back. Dream hits his pose, or I don't know what he does. This is more Randy Orton, I know that, but Dream hits his pose. I can't do it like him, so I'm not gonna try. But Dunne grabs Dream's fingers, breaks them, and then hits a bitter end on Velveteen Dream, making Roderick Strong look strong. Going into TakeOver Toronto, which is again next week. So this was a great episode of NXT. Oh yeah, and we finally are getting Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae at TakeOver. It was kind of, segment was interesting. Like William Regal was like, "Yeah, I know why you're here and whatnot," and she's like, "I want a match with Io Shirai." He's like, "I can't give you Io Shirai; she's not allowed in the building." He's like, "Well, give me a takeover. Give her to me at TakeOver." He's like, "Okay, cool. You got a match at TakeOver." I was like, "Oh, okay. That's all you got to do to get a match." It's cool though. I'm seriously afraid for Dream. Should he lose, he might get called up. I don't know if he'll get called up, to be frank. Even if he does get called up, he's not going to be treated right. I know that. They're basically going to take the whole, Swole Prince thing and just, that Vince McMahon is just going to look at him and be like, "Oh, he's Prince with muscles, so we're just going to make him act like Prince all the time." So, he kind of does that anyway, but they're going to just take that to like 100, and it's going to be really crap. And I'm also, in that case, I'm also very scared. But then again, we'll see. Who knows? But yeah, so great episode of 205 NXT this week, and 205 Live, of course. But yeah, Io versus Candice is gonna be fire. I can't wait. Um, but yeah, let's move on to 205 Live. And that started with Akira Tozawa and Brian Kendrick taking on the Singh Bros. Tozawa and Samir starting things off. Pretty good match here. I liked it. It was good. Good stuff. Samir being a little bit more brutal this time around. Kendrick and Tozawa doing a lot of quick tags. Kendrick then hits a drop kick onto an interfering Sunil Singh. So that was cool. Sunil then tripped Tozawa and gave the Singh Bros the advantage. Singh's doing a lot more intelligent wrestling, really like keeping Tozawa on their corner and, really just working on him over there, which is pretty cool. Not too bad for a bunch of guys who just who carry fake awards and do Bhangra dancing all day, right? And by the way, fun fact, there is an award for Bollywood films. It's called the Filmfare Award. They just can't use it because it's copyright. So there's that. But then again, I mean, they have the money. They should just let them use it. Just be like, oh yeah, Filmfare Award winners. Instead of saying Bollywood Award winners, just, I don't know. Well, I mean, they do call it the Boscar, which the B, anyway, that was pretty cool though, And, and as someone who does watch Bollywood movies, it's just kind of cool to see some representation there even. And as I've mentioned before, I love the Singh Bros now that they have broken off from Jinder Mahal. So that's cool. But I kind of like that they're building them up too. So that's a good thing. But anyway, Tozawa did finally get the hard tag on to Kendrick. Kendrick with another pair of drop kicks to the Singhs. Samir grabbed the Bollywood award from the announce table and distracted Kendrick. They try to hit him with the award, but they end up hitting each other, but the Singh Bros do. But then Kendrick does follow with a sliced bread number 2 onto Sunil. Tozawa follows with the senton from the top, pinning Sunil Singh for the win. They look good on 205 Live. Yeah, they look fantastic on 205 Live. I'm so glad that they're, it's gonna be good. No worries. Don't worry about that, Christina, about the misspelling, whatever. Moving on, we got another match that actually I think was pretty underrated this week. I would say Arya Daivari versus Lindsay Dorado. Amazing match. This was a freaking awesome match. Please go watch it if you have not seen it yet. Started off with the Rest Hold City and a lot of mat wrestling. Then Daivari dodges a golden rewind and rolled it out of the ring, being a bit of a chicken shit heel over here. Daivari does try to escape, but Dorado attacks him and gets it back in the ring and hits him with a splash. That was good stuff. Dorado then went for a moonsault, but Daivari pushed him off the top rope. After a bit of chain wrestling, Daivari did hit a reverse DDT, so that was great. Daivari then catches a running Dorado. That was pretty cool. Dorado was running towards Daivari, and Arya just caught him and boom, planted him with a DDT. That looked sick. I loved it. Daivari, since they are in Memphis, Tennessee, Daivari does mock Jerry the King Lawler on the top rope. Does the whole pulling down the strap thing. But he tries to do that move, but a prone Dorado does get his foot up and kicks Daivari on the face. So that was pretty cool. Daivari super kicked a flying Lindsay Dorado, which looked super awesome. I couldn't believe it. It was great. Then Dorado went for Lindsay versus Arya. Crazy. Yeah, it was crazy amazing, Christine. I agree. Dorado, where was I? Oh yeah, and then then Dorado went. Yeah, Dorado did go for a golden rewind, and Daivari converted it into $1 million dream. That was freaking amazing. Daivari then hit a rock bottom onto Dorado, so that was really cool. I love that. I loved him hitting the rock bottom. Hey, I mean, Kevin Owens hits the stunner. Why can't Arya Daivari hit the rock bottom? Right? Though he should maybe call it I don't know what he should call it. The Arya bottom, the Daivari bottom. I don't know. Okay, we're getting away from me. Yeah, that rock bottom spot. Yeah, that was awesome. I loved it. But Daivari then, Kenny Omega, he does this move where he gets you on like a fireman's carry and he says you can't escape and does that. I thought it was the Kotaro Crusher, but it's not. I just call it you can't escape. So Daivari kind of tried to go for a move like that. At least that's what it looked like. But Dorado then converted it into a Hurricane Rana roll-up and won the match. This was amazing. I think this is the most athletic I've seen Arya Daivari, and I'm loving it. So I do think Daivari has the potential to get the NXT, not the NXT, the 205 lot, the Cruiserweight Championship down the line. I would love to see that because this man is is actually very underrated, and he's very, very talented, and he needs to get the title ASAP. Like, I need to see that title on him whenever possible. So, but let's move on to our main event. This was Mike Kanellis versus Drake Maverick. After all the events that transpired over the months, I kind of saw this coming a little bit. I mean, I kind of thought about it. I was like, are they going to do a match? Are Kanellis and Drake actually going to have a match? But I was like, no, Drake's the general manager, and he does a whole bunch of other stuff too on the main roster. I don't think he's going to do that. I mean, he's busy. He was for a while busy with the Authors of Pain for a little bit, and now he's busy with the 24/7 championship, and then he's the general manager. So, I mean, he may not be allowed to wrestle. But then again, Kurt Angle was general manager, and he wrestled, so there you go. But but this was actually in of course, if Mike does win, he gets a shot at the Cruiserweight title. And I know about everything going on with the 24/7 championship, by the way. I know we got our first ever pregnant 24/7 championship, and in Maria Kanellis. And I know that Maria Kanellis has been basically just verbally castrating Mike Kanellis for the past few weeks. So, yeah, must be interesting conversations at the dinner table, I'm sure. So, yeah, but if Mike does win, he gets a shot at the Cruiserweight title. Drake Maverick did make his way into the ring, but Mike attacked him from the back, and he keeps just wailing on him. Aria's gonna be the champion. All right, the match wasn't bad. Yeah, it was I like that match. I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, so this was an interesting match because the other matches that we've seen on 205 Live with similar stipulations. For example, Mustafa Ali or Ali versus well, I guess I'll just call him versus Hideo Itami, or of course now. He's known as Kenta. So, yeah, I mean, Ali versus Kenta. I'm just going to say Kenta. I don't care. Call me a smart. I don't give a shit. But Ali versus Kenta, that was, and even Daivari versus Lorcan not too long ago with similar stipulations, like a no DQ, no holds barred, Chicago street fight, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically that match. If there's no restrictions on the match, that's kind of what it's called. So, yeah, basically they can just kill each other. That's kind of what the match is. Anyway, yeah. See, those matches, so the previous two matches, Ali versus Kenta and even Daivari versus Lorcan, those two matches were very much athletic. They're a lot more showing, the storytelling was told in the ring. The story, it was a lot more brutal because of the spots that were there, and also the like I said, the athleticism of both men. Of the two men in said match. However, this one was a little bit more, emotionally driven than any real athleticism, because Mike Kanellis is more of like a grounded wrestler. He's not really like the guy who does flippy shit, right? So he's not like your typical cruiserweight, much like Aria Daivari. So, and of course, and Drake Maverick hasn't laced up the boots in like 2-3 years. I think, ever since he left Impact, and ever since he, gave up the Rockstar Spud moniker and came down to 205 Live to be the general manager, he hasn't laced up the boots. I mean, he had a couple of matches. Him and the AOP, they've, been in a match together and, done stuff. But it doesn't really count because he really didn't do that much wrestling in that. When he was with AOP, he was kind of more their manager. So, yeah, I mean, so it was interesting to see. But Kanellis did grab a fan sign and attacked Maverick with it because it had the Maverick 24/7 sign on it. He attacked Maverick and then just tore it up. So that was, dick move. But Maverick slowly makes his way into the ring and onto his feet. But he keeps getting punished. This was pretty much one-sided for the most part, with Kanellis just continuously punishing Drake Maverick because he blames him for ruining his marriage and ruining his relationship with Maria Kanellis. So, it's interesting. But yeah, Mike then grabbed a rolling chair, sits Maverick on it, and super kicks him. Kanellis then removed Drake's belt and beat beat the crap out of Maverick with the belt. With Drake's belt. Maverick does fight back a little bit initially, but Kanellis then quickly gets the advantage again. Drake then gets a second win when Mike Kanellis takes some of the 24/7 title pamphlets that Drake Maverick always passes out and shoves it in his mouth. Drake takes it out of his mouth, and he finally gets that urge to fight again. And then he kind of comes back. Drake then hit a DDT on the announce table, and Maverick got on, and then Maverick then got on top of the guardrail and tried to go for an elbow drop, but he did miss wildly. Kanellis gets Maverick back in the ring. Kanellis does try to. It does look like Mike is going to go for the crossroads. I'm still going to call it the crossroads. I don't care. He goes for tries to go for the crossroads, but he keeps punishing Drake for a little bit. But then Kanellis with Maverick on the top rope is about to go for a crucifix, but Maverick does no. He's about to go on the top rope. Yeah, then Maverick reverses the crucifix powerbomb attempt. Then Drake hits his own sliced bread number 2 and wins the match for 205 Live. And later on Twitter, he did say that he wouldn't mind pinning a pregnant woman. He did kind of beat her. I think he can do it. Drake Maverick did beat her husband. So there's that. But I like this match. I did like it, though I am used to seeing a little bit more athleticism in these type of stipulations. However, I can understand why it wasn't there. This is more of a story-driven match. It's more of the tensions between the two men boiling over. So that made sense. I'm okay with it. But overall, like I said, 2 extremely solid episodes of NXT and 205 Live, respectively. I do hope this means that 205 Live isn't going anywhere just because of the rumors of 205 Live getting canceled and whatnot. So again, hashtag keep 205 alive. And, this was, I loved it. This is another reason why 205 Live needs to stick around. Anyway, but yeah, so as far as matches of the night for me on NXT, definitely Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong was fantastic. That was absolutely my match of the night. Of course, I love Breezango reforming again with Fandango returning. I love the announcement of Shirai versus Candice. That's good. Even the breakout tournament match between Grimes and Reed was really good. But like I said, match of the night for me, Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne. Absolutely loved it. And on 205 Live, my match of the night was actually Arya Daivari versus Lindsay Dorado. I loved the main event. It was great, but I just thought that Daivari and Dorado just did a lot more great in-ring work. Okay, this was a good match too. The main event was great. I loved it. It was good. It was very story-driven, like I said. It wasn't too much focused on the athletics. It was more, like I said, based on the foundation was the culmination of months of storytelling between Kanellis and Drake Maverick, and finally it reaching its climax in this match. So it makes sense. And finally, Drake Maverick coming out looking like a conquering babyface. Good stuff there. I loved it. Even though I kind of wanted Kanellis to win so that he finally does have a shot against Drew Gulak, because Gulak doesn't have a match for SummerSlam, and he needs one. And I think Kanellis versus Gulak would have been good. But then again, I understand why they didn't do that, because it would be heel versus heel. So that's fine. However, great stuff all around. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Overall, it was good stuff. And looking forward to next week for 205 NXT and 205 Live. That's going to be great. And of course, look out for my takeover, who should win versus who will win at Takeover Toronto, and even a live who should win versus who will win at WWE SummerSlam, which I will be doing right few short hours before the event goes on. I will not be doing a live reaction for SummerSlam because, as I mentioned it, I did it last year and I was bored to tears. So I'm not going to do it this year. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I just couldn't do it, man. It was too boring. I couldn't do it. So no live reactions this time, but yes, absolutely live predictions and live review right after coming up, down the line. So that's going to be good. I'm very excited. So, but with that being said, let me know what you guys thought about both NXT and 205 Live this week in the comment section if you're watching this after this video goes live. But Christina, thank you for joining me on this. I probably will be doing more live streams for a little bit just because of, like I said, just because of work and everything, and this is a little bit easier for me. But again, look out for vlogs coming out in the next few days. I'll be vlogging my entire trip to the East Coast, so that's going to be very, very much a lot of fun. I could definitely use a break, a little breather. Take a step back and then come back. Be ready to perform well at my job and here on YouTube as well. So, and I am very close to 200 subscribers, so please tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark, and I will be doing a very special Q&A once we hit that goal. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media and tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark. And I will see you guys next time. Y'all take care. And yeah, that's it. I'm done. See ya.